All right, so let's talk a little bit about framing right now. I'm gonna use some construction terms here that I just need all of us to be aware of what I'm talking about here, because I'm going off of the main cutting list on your woodworking plans here. And when I talk about rim joists, I'm talking about these long pieces right here. They happen to be 48 inches on our plans, the same length as our top piece. Okay, I've got another rim joist right here. You need to think in terms of building a set of these. So you're going to be making 2 of this entire apparatus for this build. So I've got 2 rim joists, which will actually mean 4 rim joists because I'm making them twice. And then I've got 1, 2, and 3 joist pieces. If we were building a deck or a floor on a building, these are the terminology. This is the terminology that you'll need to have. So that's why I'm using them here. So I need 6 joists and 4 rim joists. Okay, all those dimensions are on your main cutting list of your plans. So what I'm going to do now is just with pencil and a tape measure, lay them out on my 2x4 boards so I can achieve exactly this. All right, so laying on our boards, I've got my tape measure, I've got my pencil, I've got my plans. I've also got a square. You can use a speed square, carpenter square, or I just happen to have this combination square that I really like. This is just going to help me make multiple straight lines across my board so it's easy to know where I'm cutting later. I've got 2 boards right here that I've fleshed up on the ends, so the ends are even right here. And that first piece that I need to cut is called the rim joist. It needs to be 48 inches long, so I'm going to make a mark at 48. Take my speed square, lay it over the top. And now with one mark, with one line right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces that are going to be my rim joists. That's how you do that pretty quick. I can set these off to the side now because they're ready to get cut. If you remember, I need 6 joists, and if you've forgotten, they're on your plans. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flush up the ends, take my tape measure, and these ones only need to be 21 inches long. I'm not making those numbers up. I'm grabbing them off of my plans. Same process there. Make a mark, take my square. There we go. We need to remember that that blade kerf is 1/8 of an inch. So when I stick my tape line down back on here, I'm going to account for about 1/8 of an inch. Find 21 inches again. 21, yep, 21. Double check your measurements as you go. This is not the time to go fast. I'm going fast because I've done this a couple times, but if it is your first time, you want to take some time and take some care when laying out your boards before you go and cut up 5 2x4s, and now none of them are the right lengths. So I got 2, 4. Count for that blade kerf, 21 inches. Make sure I'm flush back up on the ends. Don't forget about that. And there I've got all 6 of my rim joists, all right? There, with only a few lines, I've made 10 pieces laid out. I'm also going to need to do swivel legs and a leg support. Okay, I'm going to wait on doing these because I want to make sure once this thing comes together that it is a good snug fit so that these things can be stored. But right now I'm going to cut out my frame pieces and you'll see what that looks like. So now typically cutting through our frame pieces, I'll say cut 1 piece at a time. However, on this panel side here, I'm going to cut through 2 2x4s at once for those frame pieces. Now a couple of things to note on that. You want good edges on them. This one's kind of chewed up, so I flipped that one up top. We don't want anything pushing down that could rock, or if you got a bowed board, you don't want that bow to cause any binding on your blade. Additionally, once I come all the way through this cut, I'm going to turn the saw head off before I bring it back through, because while it's unlikely, those top pieces may have shifted, and so I just want to avoid that. But here I'm getting 2 identical pieces out of 1 cut.